This is a story about Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Goldilocks, are you there? And her mother that hasn't got hair yet. And the fairy, you never know when the fairy's going to be in this story.
We don't have Baby Bear.
And then the Papa Bear. Papa Bear. Papa Bear by Michael. And Mama Bear by Michael. And Baby Bear.
By Hunty.
By Hunty.
Hunty has 3 parts, so it might be hard.
Yes, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really good. And so we're ready to start now. Puppets down. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Goldilocks. Who was very, very good. Except that sometimes she forgot to do things that her mother told her to do. Yes, she did. Unfortunately, most of the things she forgot to do were small things, like forgetting to tie her shoe. Or forgetting to wipe her mouth. After eating bread and jam. And so it didn't matter too much. But once in a while, Goldilocks would forget not to do things that her mother told her not to do. And that kind of forgetting would lead to much more serious trouble. Oh, and then there was a fairy reminding her to always listen to her mother.
Hi, Fairy. Oh, I know.
Very like the trouble that happened one day in this story. And the fairy went into the forest. It all began one Sunday morning when Goldilocks asked if she could.
Mother, can I go out in the meadow to get some flowers?
You may go, said her mother, but be sure not to go into the woods.
Yeah, don't go into the woods.
I've heard there are
a house for 3 bears.
And Goldilocks said,
Yes, ma'am.
And she picked up her flower basket and left out the door.
Hi, Goldilocks. Hi, Mommy.
Very soon she saw a butterfly.
Oh, look,
Imagine that. And she began to chase, and as luck would have it, the butterfly led her to the very edge of the woods. And then, just then, Goldilocks saw a beautiful yellow bird, and wanting to see more pretty birds, she forgot not to do what her mother told her not to do. And she followed the path into the woods to look for the fairy birds and the fairy. The fairy was there also. The fairy was going to protect her. Very soon, Goldilocks came to a curious little house there in the woods. And oh, she thought it was so pretty that straight away she peeked in through the kitchen door. In the meantime, the family of bears who lived there had just left out the front door for a walk, while their bowls of breakfast porridge cooled off in the kitchen. So the bears are off for a walk with the fairy in the woods. And the table.
Table porridge.
The table has 3 bowls of porridge on it.
Boy, we need porridge. There's porridge.
And Goldilocks said,
Hello, anybody home?
well, there was nobody home, of course, and Goldilocks should have turned around and gone back to the meadow. But oh, it was oh so pretty and curious inside that even though her mother had told her not to go into places and houses without being invited, she forgot not to, and she went in anyway.
Nice place.
Straightway she saw those porridge bowls on the kitchen table and said,
Oh, those are yummy porridge.
and she decided she forgot that her mother told her not to touch other people's food, and the fairy said, shh, don't eat that food. Oh, the mother said, okay. And she decided that she would just have a taste, and she did. First she took a taste of the great, huge Papa Bowl's bowl, but oh no!
Too hot!
And then she took a taste of the middle-sized Mama Bear's bowl, but
Ew! Too cold!
so then she took a taste from the wee small Baby Bear's bowl, and she found out it was neither too hot nor too cold, but just so delicious.
It's perfect!
And she ate it all up. scene,
Okay.
just one moment.
Mhm.
And the little fairy was singing a song all the time. Because she was so happy to be in a puppet show. She's singing the Papa Bear song extemporaneously. Esther knows in the hole on stage. It's a good little song. Is your Papa? Okay. And then she went to the parlor. And there she saw three very curious chairs. Goldilocks thought they were the most curious chairs she had ever seen. In fact, they seemed so curious to her that even though her mother told her not to use other people's things without permission, she forgot not to. She climbed up and she sat in the great, huge Papa Bear chair.
It's too hard.
So she climbed down and she sat in the medium-sized Mama Bear chair.
It's too soft.
So next she sat in the wee, small Baby Bear chair. In his chair she found was neither too hard nor too soft, but just right.
It's just right.
And she sat in it. It tipped over and broke. Next scene. And the fairy said, and the fairy decided to sing a song. The mother said, why are you doing that? No fighting, Mother. Well, you might think that being dropped on the floor like that would have to put a stop on being so curious, but no, it didn't. Sadly, no. Just then, Goldilocks saw curious little stairs. She was so intrigued that she went up them. And at the top,
beautiful stairs they are.
And at the top she found even more curious and more pretty room, and even though her mother had told her not to be nosy about other people's private business, she forgot not to. Okay, little fairy, it's time to be quiet. She forgot not to, and she went in, and there she saw 3 curious beds.
Oh no. Very curious.
And straightway she climbed up onto the great, huge Papa Bear's bed. It's okay, y'all.
Oh.
It's okay, hunty. But she said,
It's too hard.
and so she tried the medium-sized Mama bed.
Oh, it's too soft.
And then so at last she tried the wee, small Baby Bear bed, and yes, she found it was neither too hard nor too soft, but just right. So very, very comfortable that without really meaning to, she fell asleep. Next scene. Next scene.
Okay, guys, next scene. Ellie? Ellie, no!
Okay, it's time for the bed to go off, Mother.
Mom! Oh, the only one we need is this one.
All right.
Wait, no, we gotta make the bears come home.
All right. And then the 3 bears came home.
Oh!
Where are those bears?
Oh, wait, we gotta get the bowls of porridge.
There came the Papa Bear with green eyes, and the Mama Bear, and the wee Baby
That's a
Bear.
weenie baby bear.
And they walked into the
The
kitchen
weenie baby bear.
where their table was,
What's going on?
and the porridge, the big bowl of porridge. And Papa Bear said,
Wait, not yet, Grandma.
no, he didn't say it yet. They're looking for the porridge.
So sad that you
And Papa